Welcome to the show.
80 wings, 7 men, and somewhere between the tears and the fire, BTS said things the industry was never supposed to hear. This wasn't an interview. This was an accidental confession. And if you blinked, you missed the most honest moment any K-pop group has ever had on camera. Here's what they didn't tell you in the press release. When Hot Ones host Sean Evans asked about the 82-date world tour, the largest ever by any South Korean act in history, the room didn't erupt in celebration. There was a pause, a look exchanged between members, and then one of them spoke about waking up after stadium concerts with tinnitus so severe about showing up to rehearsals with faces so swollen from exhaustion that the members joked they looked like they'd eaten the hottest wings themselves. These aren't the words of men living their dream. These are the words of men surviving an industry that never stops demanding more. Now let's talk about the power. RM, BTS's leader, the man who has spoken for this group since the very beginning, sat at that table and admitted, on camera, that BTS is probably the physically weakest group there. He laughed. Everyone laughed. But strip away the humor and ask yourself what was actually said. The leader of the biggest band on the planet, a group that outsold the Beatles in album chart records, just told the world his team is running on empty. Humility? That's a signal. But here's the detail that changes everything. During the interview, BTS revealed they recorded over 120 songs for this comeback. 120. They flew to Los Angeles, locked themselves in sessions, and created enough music to fill 5 albums. Then they sat together, not with a label executive, not with a BigHit boardroom, and listened to every single track from number 1 to the end. They scored them, they argued, they chose. The members made the final creative decision themselves. After years of military separation and industry silence, BTS came back and quietly took control, and nobody in the industry wanted that story told out loud. Then came the moment nobody scripted. One member started crying, not from capsaicin, from a memory of being a young musician in Daegu, a city with no stages, no venues, no income, deciding to leave everything behind for Seoul because music was the only option he had. He broke down on international television. His members didn't stop him. The cameras didn't cut. It aired completely. Because this reunion wasn't managed, it was real. BTS came back, but on their terms now. The ringing ears nobody reports. The 120 songs the world will never hear. The tears that slipped through the PR filter. The power shift that happened so quietly the industry barely noticed until it was too late. BTS came back, but on their terms now. So tell me, when a group this big starts making their own rules, how long before the machine tries to take that back? Subscribe to Celebzova, because we expose what the press releases bury.